Okay, we are not quite where we normally are, but we are close. And still a little off kilter. Sorry, I'm just slightly moving now. Seeing if I can get this a little better. And the answer is apparently no. Did that help at all? I'm not sure if this is much better. Somehow I don't think so. In fact, I think I just skewed it to the other side. I'm sorry, y'all. This is something I should have done before the stream. My bad. If you get motion sick, I'm super, super sorry. I did not mean to do that. Okay, I think that's as good as we're going to get. I'm going to stop messing with it. How are we doing? It is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. We're going to try and get some stuff done. And I also sat down and realized I left my glass of water in the kitchen. So I'm going to have to go get that during the first sprint. So make sure you have your hydration or make a plan to get hydration during the sprint. That's how that's going. But yeah, so I've made a little bit of progress yesterday. Not a whole lot, because I did go to my first actual physical therapy appointment, and then I had to do grocery shopping and stuff afterwards. And when I got home, I was definitely a little sore, a little stiff from sort of trying the exercises and finding which variations worked and which ones didn't, because we found a couple of those. And so I'm glad to know a couple more stretches that I can do at home, which is fantastic. But it also meant that I spent yesterday sort of not having much energy or emotional wherewithal to put back into the writing. So I did do a little bit, but it was not what I had hoped for, as is usually the case, right? So that being said, I know that tomorrow is going to be another day that's going to be similar, except I won't have to do the grocery shopping. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I can get a little bit more done than on Tuesday. That is the hope. But again, I'm really hopeful that these sort of stretches and building up the muscles will stabilize the joint and make it less painful and less of an issue. And hopefully with finding which exercises didn't work yesterday, they can sort of pinpoint where a little bit closer where the problem is, because I'm not very good at describing my pain specifically, and where it is and what it feels like, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, but I am hopeful, and I did some of the stretches this morning. One of the ones that I enjoyed the stretch because it felt like a good stretch was an enormous medicine ball that as you're sitting, you would put it sort of between your knees and then keep your back straight, but roll forward and back in, and then do that for 10 reps, and then off to the side, the left side, and back 10 times, and then to the right side and back 10 times. And I was like, well, how do I do this at home without a ginormous medicine ball? Because this feels like a good stretch, feels like it's helpful. How do I do this at home without the enormous medicine ball? Because it's not the size of a medicine ball that you can just keep around your house. It's bigger than the ones that you would sit on as an alternative chair type of thing. Bigger than that, okay? So maybe about that size, but on the very large size of that. And so the physical therapist is like, well, I think maybe the best equivalent I could give you is if you're sitting at your dining table and sort of like stretch your hands across and back and then off to the sides and back. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Could always use like a little washcloth or hand towel to help you like slide across the tabletop. But yeah. Ooh, Stacy says there's a side update to your brother's story, but yes, we want to hear it. We're very invested in your brother's healing journey and kicking the ex out of the property. Yes, I for one would like to hear it. So anyway. Kara says, I rolled a 4-sided die and chose the green snail. Okay, so this is in regards to the poll for today. Let me pull up the image of the thumbnail. Here is our lovely snails and their racetrack. Their goal is to get over to the mushrooms. So which of the snails would win in this race? Would it be the pink shell, the green shell, solid brown shell, or a spotted brown shell? And this one, I'm not sure if these are the eyes or if they are the mustache, because he doesn't have eyeballs. Like this guy has eyeballs on the stalk, and these two have eyeballs on the body. So I don't know. This one either doesn't have eyeballs or is smiling, or this is a mustache. I don't know. But anyway, I feel like these should be mustaches, but that's just me. So Kara chose the green snail. Kudos, encouragement. You can do this. Stay strong. You've already come so far. You can reach your goals if you keep moving forward, believe in yourself, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Yes, I like that. Stacy, this is where Stacy said good afternoon, and Cool Gamer, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're up to 4.0 now. Excellent. Because I think last time you were 2.0. Last time you were here. Stacy says there's this is where I said I would like to know. So the minor update is that brother's ex tried to get a hold of your dad, probably to ask for money, and your dad ignored the call. Good for your dad. Good for your dad. And then side update about the ex. Your brother got a call from her. Okay. From her paramour. So she was cheating. She called her paramour from jail. Okay, so she was arrested. Excellent. She says she called the cops because she had been raped, and they arrested her for drug possession. Okay. I would be interested to know what the police report actually says. State says she's out now. I don't wish what may have happened to her on anyone, right? Yeah, you don't trust her to tell the truth. She says the rapist planted the drugs, which you think is 50-50. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate situation there, because if she is purchasing recreational things that bend her reality, she is in no place to give consent. So even if the dealer was the one, if she was having relations with the dealer, that would, I would think, count as SA or grape, because she's in no place to give consent if her mind is altered like that, and that is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And with what you have said so far, she does not necessarily sound like a trustworthy source of information, and so it's hard to, because you want to believe her and you want to believe the truth is what she says it is, but it's hard to trust her because of everything else that she has shown, and that's an unfortunate thing. Supposedly there were two, and they could have planted the drugs. She could have also done that to get said drugs, or she may have already had them. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times, the deals happen to take place where there are no security cameras because they don't want to get caught. But that also means that the person purchasing said drugs is then in a even more vulnerable position should something happen. Yeah. That's rough. That's rough. That's a lot. Goodness gracious. Oh, so this is very much side departure from the topic that we were just discussing. Hard to veer away from that. But I went to Costco as part of the grocery run yesterday. And my brother and I had been conspiring for a while to see if we could get some of the Jones Soda Company Fallout game soda collaborations. And our Costco just didn't have them for the longest time. So my brother had called me from Colorado and be like, hey, our Costco has this. Like, if I, can you find these for Dad? Because Dad plays Fallout quite often. And so I went looking for them. They didn't have them. And I would check back occasionally, and they always showed like not in stock at our Costco. Anyway, I went yesterday, and I was sort of meandering my way to the checkout. And here comes zooming past me this lady with a flatbed cart, and her kid is on the front. And like I'm sort of just glancing over and recognizing, okay, her kid is on the front of the flatbed. And then my eyes are moving away, it clocks that she's got two cases of the Fallout sodas on the other corner of her flatbed. And I was like, oh, and I was about to go, excuse me, where did you find them? But she's going at such a pace that she was gone. I was like, oh, okay. So then I have to go and find them. And I wandered around, I want to say for 10 minutes, and could not find them in any of the beverage places. And I asked one of the ladies that was doing samples had a beverage. So I was like, hey, would you happen to know? Just on the off chance. She didn't know. So I went over to the very back corner of the store where they have a little bump out of extra sodas and things, and then the employees only area for stocking and stuff. And there was a lady who was doing something, checking off paperwork and whatnot. I was like, I'm so sorry to bother you. And I'm leaning over the cases of the soda. I'm like, and I have the picture on my phone of the boxes. I'm like, I just saw somebody walk past with these. Do you know if you have any left and where they would be? Because I'm like, hopefully those weren't the last two in the whole Costco, Anyway, she hadn't seen them recently, but she asked somebody else, and she's like, oh, we should have a few left over here. And she moves one box of another kind of soda, and there's two boxes of the Nuka-Cola, the Fallout. I'm like, ooh, yes, I just need one. So I managed to get a case of the sodas for my dad. So I sent a picture to my brother. I was like, hey, guess what they finally have in stock? It's good timing, early Father's Day present type thing. So that was excellent. So we got a big old bottle cap that's actually a bottle opener magnet to stick on the fridge. And yeah, it's fun. On the positive side of things, one dad of the ex's kids and the kid are coming over today to get some more of her belongings. Okay, good. Yeah, because we don't want the kid to go without her belongings. That's for sure. On a humorous note, The ex had tried to call your dad because your dad is the kind of person to throw money at a problem and make it go away. You suggested to your brother that dad should buy her a one-way ticket to Florida where her mom lives. Leave your kids with her dad and get the ex out of everybody's lives. I mean, that would be one way. That would be one way. So. For sure. Okay, what do we need to get done today? I need to get some drafting done, and I'm hoping that I can get over 1,500 today. That is my hope. I would love to get 2K, but I'm over 1,500 would be good. That is the hope. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my document. And so if you have not already been working today, now's a great time to pull yours up. And if you have been working, now's a great time to save. Oh, wait, no. I mean, you can still save it, but we need to do the cats. And I apparently need to stack these together and because I collect a stack and then I show them to my parents. So I need to toss those over there. Okay, so Tuesday's kitty says it's good to have friends in high places. Look at that. I think that's the Scottish fold where the ears are sort of folded over and look like they're non-existent. Is that, I think. Ooh, and then we have what looks like a Maine Coon. Feeling infuriated? Nothing satisfies like a well-timed expletive. And then a word of your choice. Look at that fluffy tail. Maine Coons and the Norwegian forest cat. The level of just like floof to their tail is just unreal. Okay, so we've got the cats. Now we need a card. And we have the eagle. The spirit has your back. Number 23. Here is our eagle. Spirit has your back. Think of the eagles flying high above the other birds, soaring on the wind. The eagle has appeared to ask whether you are willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Truly, all the wisdom in the world is available to you. When storms flash across the sky, it is the eagle that raises you above it, helping you conquer fear and overcome adversity, reminding you that the universe has your back and wants you to experience life at the fullest. At this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest of wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by the universe and all the angels. Boldly build your nest in a lofty space and know that now you can fly effortlessly, proudly embodying the eagle spirit in all her glory and grace, claiming what is truly yours within divine timing. So there you go. There is your card for today. Sounds like a good card. Okay, let's pull up a timer. Share screen. Make it big. Put up the banner. Okay, 1, save. 2 is sip if you have your hydration. If not, make sure you go grab some during the first sprint. 3 is straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh, we are very out of focus. Let's see if we can fix that. Maybe? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. How'd we do? I did good. I got over 500, which is what I need to hit to get the 1500 minimum that I would like. So that is good. Yeah, good. I also went and got the water, so I will be hydrated. So that is all good. What else do we need? I need to clean my desk, but that's not new. That is its semi-permanent state, mostly permanent state, is in need of cleaning. Yeah, doing good, doing good. You can be participating in the EDA in the solution writing meeting from 11:30 to 12:30 your time. Gotcha. Gotcha. So we will see you a little bit later. Let's see. We need to pick a different timer. We'll pick this one. Second sprint, as always, is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you would like to do a self-promo about that is writing adjacent, make sure, whoops, that's not what I need. Oh no, how do I turn that off? Okay, there we go. There we go. Also, don't forget to vote in the poll as to which snail would win a race. And I think we're ready to go. Goodness gracious. Okay, 1, save. 2 is take a sip if you haven't done so recently, so cheers. 3 is straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the second sprint. I didn't get quite as much that time, so I got just under. I got about 450. Under what I wanted for that chunk. So that means I've got a little over 500 to do for the third sprint. Hoping that we can do that and make sure that I'm staying on track for that 1500 goal for today. But yeah. Okay, so Maz was wondering what the poll was about. Let me pop the thumbnail back up on the screen. Here we go. So that way you can pick which is your favorite snail that would potentially win the race. The pink shell here on the bottom, the green shell next to the bottom, solid brown shell next to the top, and the spotted brown shell up the top. Which of the snails would win in a race? Heather says, hello, you're busy stream hopping. Excellent. Gotta support us all. Needs to be a reworked Pokemon jingle for authortube. Stacy says, you got some words. Excellent. You're trying to get back into where you were the last time that you were writing. Yes. That honestly, that feels like the game every single time. It's like trying to get back in, trying to catch the flow that you had the last time, trying to, catch that elusive image in your brain, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah. That is it. Heather says, I've been getting a snack. Excellent. What's the snack? And checking in on the sprint that you were in. Apparently they got kicked out by their own streaming service. Oh no. Yeah, it happens sometimes. It does happen. Hopefully it's just like a technical issue and they can come back if they want to in just like a few minutes, or hopefully figure out what the technical issue is. I had to turn my computer on a little bit earlier today because it updated last night, and so I was like, okay, gotta remember that it needs a little bit of extra time at the beginning because it may or may not need to reboot again, or it may take longer to get in, that kind of thing. So yeah. Kara has new book promos up at Reader's Roost. Here's the link for that. And you also have new posts on your Substack. And so here's the link for Ornery Owl's Roost. Nice. Excellent. Good job. All right. Let's go ahead and take the snails off the screen. And we're going to put up a new timer. What are we going to go with? Let's do the rubber duckies. Share screen. Okay. 1 is save. That's your save reminder. 2 is take a sip. Cheers. Stay hydrated. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back. That posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I just barely got the like 600 words that I needed. So I have hit the 1500, which is great. That is what I was aiming for, and I managed to hit it. But my fingers feel very tired, and also I have a whole lot of typos. I did manage to text Bessie as well a couple of times, but that's neither here nor there. So, Andy is here, says hello. Diane is here. Hello, welcome. Maz says, if one duck is right and the other is Dawdle, are you the Dawdling Writer? Are you just two rubber duckies in a trench coat with glasses? I mean, pretty much. It feels like that. Or three ducks and one of them is always asleep or missing in action. So, Maz says the sleeping duck is a mood. Yes. Yes, it is. Diane is hoping that everybody is doing well. Kara says, oh no, I forgot to set the Forest app timer. Have I used the Forest app this year? That's a very good question, and I do not know. Have I used the Forest this year? Because I go like months without. No, I have not used it in the first 6 months. Oh no. Okay, well. Thanks for reminding me that my forest exists and I should tend to it. Andy says my brain is aching from much educational videos. I know that feeling. And no, but you love the rubber ducky squeal. Yes. Maz says that scared me. Oh no. I'm sorry, but that is kind of the point of the timer. Like beeping, squawking, whatever. It's like, oh yeah. Funky says, had a meeting, but you made it. Excellent. Good. Your miniature Venus de Milenio nosedived off the shelf where she was taped into, oh no, where she was taped into your container of oil for brushes, head first. Oh no. You just weren't expecting. I have a couple of those. So I have the rubber ducky, like chicken and rubber chicken squawks. And then I have for the farting critter timers, I have kind of fart sounds. So, yes. Who here wants Jules to do the rubber duck squeal? I'm not sure. It would take me a minute to figure out how to get the proper sound. Because the one rubber ducky that I have, which is a very faded pirate rubber ducky, because he was outside in the bird bath for quite some time. He doesn't make noise anymore. So I might have to acquire a new ducky. Why did we have to approve Diane's message? I don't know. I don't know. No clue. Rubber ducky / rubber chicken. Yes, the mini brand masterpieces. All hail the chicken squeal. You use no, it's fine because that if that makes you like do the timing and stuff, and I should be using it more often when I'm not on stream to help me remember to take my breaks to like get up, walk around, especially for that. Just to keep me on track from like doing the full hyper focus situation for hours upon end. I should be using the Forest app more. Yeah. Diane says, I don't know that I would approve. The last might be because of the last two words. Head first, maybe. YouTube's be funny that way. It does. It is always funny in some way or another. Okay, let's take a look at our racetrack. And again, if you have not yet voted, please vote. And your rankings will determine who wins, because they won't actually run across the screen for us. I have not figured out how to animate things properly the way I want them to in Canva yet. One day. One day. Okay, so in first place, we have Pink Shell. 55% of us are cheering for Pink Shell. So Pink Shell gets that burst of motivation and crosses the mushroom finish line first. Followed by 27%, the Green Shell. So Green Shell is in second place. And then our two brown siblings come in third. Tie for third. Would be the longest race ever. It might be. It might be. Stay says, my poor spotted shell. He will do better next time. Yes. Diana's having the who knows dance party, or just the like questionable life. Who knows? All right, y'all. I think I need to head out. I have managed to get my 1500 for the stream, which is fantastic. So I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm going to come back. And who's streaming after this? Let's check. Okay, so Vanessa G, Creative Sprints, Jenna the Soul Writer, HK Darkwood, Cat's Novel Adventures. We have a couple that aren't filled in but are pretty typical. Then we have Write It on Wednesday from Plot Twist Protocol. We have Sarah Nicholas, The Eccentric Raven, and Rhiannon as well. So there's lots of people to visit today. So if you have not checked out the tiny URL for the spreadsheet of who is sprinting when and their links, check that out. Devin is being amazing in keeping that up. So thank you, Devin. Really appreciate that. So yeah, don't forget to save your document and all of the progress that we have made today. Save it. And then I think that's it. All right. I will see y'all on Friday. Yes, Friday. I will see y'all then. All right. Bye.